Yeah, I called the meeting order. You called,
I got it. All right. Just give me a second. Again, I'm working two portals here. So on December 30th, 2019, notice of this meeting was emailed to the Courier Post, Gloucester City News newspapers for publication and duly posted on the official Bellmawr Redevelopment Agency website. Corresponding official notice to Borough Clerk was emailed on January 2nd, which included January 2nd, 2020, which included a request for the official Borough Board. On July 8th, 2020, notice of this meeting's location changed online, which included all remaining scheduled meetings for 2020, plus the official site, as well as email to the Gloucester City newspapers. Corresponding official notice clerk was emailed the same day, parenthetically 7/8/2020, which included a request for posting Borough Bellmawr website and bulletin board. All requirements of the Open Public Meetings Act have been met in compliance with the Sunshine Law. With that, we'll salute the flag, do the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the Republic for which it stands, one nation, God, indivisible, with liberty.
Invisible for liberty and joy.
All right, we'll do a roll call. Chairman Frank Philippek.
Here.
Vice Chair Jay Garagoza.
Here.
Commissioner Paul Angelos.
Here.
Commissioner Steve Haggard.
Here.
Yep. Commissioner Nick Kapados. You know what? He sent me a note. He is unable to make it. Commissioner Tom Whitman. Commissioner Neil Patel.
Here.
Josh Regier, Executive Director. I am here. Mike McKenna, Solicitor.
I'm here.
And Dennis McNulty, Engineer.
Here.
With that, so the agenda for this evening, reading of the minutes for October, communications, commissioners report, executive director's report, solicitor's report, new business, public portion, and adjournment. Start with the reading of the minutes, regular meeting October 19th, 2020. Just need a motion.
Motion.
I'll make a motion.
I second it. Okay.
I have Mr. Haggerty on the motion, and I'll take the chairman on the, he was second, so I'll take the chairman on the second. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 All right. Communications, I have none. Commissioner reports. Does anybody have anything that they want to cover rather than me read down the list?
No.
Nothing here.
Okay. All right, good. Executive Director's report, the professional service contract for the RFP for 2021 was published 2 weeks ago. Those are due back to me, to my email on 5 o'clock on Friday, December 4th. I'll shoot them out to everybody, and we'll just review them, and then just, in accordance what we've always done, we'll make, barring any issues, we'll make the appointments at the reorg meeting in January. Required educational courses. As far as the commissioners are concerned, there's only a handful that need to do, and I say handful, that's actually poor choice words. There's actually only 2 or 3 that need to do a few courses. Waiting for them to release a January schedule for winter, and then I will reach out to each one of them. I actually completed my last course 2 Friday and Saturday, two weeks ago, and that was my last one I have done. So I'm going to get my redevelopment diploma, I guess. And so.
Hey, Josh, I just got my diploma this week.
Yeah, it's good, Myron, and Neil, you should have got yours. So, yeah, we're making. Yeah. So I'll reach out to the others accordingly when that information is available. And then just from a financial administration standpoint, we'll have some action on the agenda for next meeting in line with the audit and the budget. So with that, before I turn it over to Mr. McKenna, is there any questions for me?
Nope.
All right, hearing nothing, I'll turn it over to Mike.
Well, I could, in summary, report progress on all fronts, but I can put some more meat on the bone very briefly by saying to you, much of the activity at this phase of the game is being borne by the redevelopers. Well, it should be. The expense and the activities in terms of seeking other agency approvals. But in speaking with Josh, it occurred to both of us that we probably ought to begin to take at least a role in monitoring what they're doing and asking for status reports. So I've reached out to the developer, and they've been very good in the response. They understand why it's good for them to share their efforts in our joint project with the agency. You know, if you're doing a job, brag about it. And this way I also get to see that they're not dragging their feet. So today, on fairly short notice, I was given a 2-page, single-spaced status report describing the efforts on a variety of fronts. It's long and it's convoluted. In other words, I asked him for a bullet list of items to update the board with. On further review, I'm just going to ask Josh, we just got it this afternoon, to distribute it to the board, or the agency. And you'll see that there are lots of activities going on, principally with other agency approvals, partly with internal engineering. But so take this for what it's worth. I'll give you a short summary, which is that although we're doing many things at one time, there is a sequence. And the first thing up in the current focus is obtaining the Tidelands grant. And the redevelopers asked us as a borough and an agency to maybe put our shoulder to the wheel and try and get the Tidelands folks moving. And they probably will respond well to us sort of putting our shoulder to the wheel. And that will also open up a conduit for me to monitor the situation. So we will be doing that on, additionally, significant progress on the NJDOT. They apparently have, and he's given me some attachments, adopted nearly all of the traffic consultant's recommendations that was hired by the town, this Roth fellow. The plans were attached, and I'll make sure Josh can distribute those as well. So as to the rest of it, engineering's ongoing on a wide variety of things, not just tying into the new traffic approvals, but for the park, the stormwater drainage, which apparently is complete, and some marketing efforts that'll begin in the spring. So in short, you're going to see all of this, including the other public approval processes, marketing, and that type of thing. But in terms of what's up next, first and foremost, Tidelands grant approval, then Green Acres with the West Deptford transfer, then design process and construction start. They're talking and we're listening for a construction start estimated spring of 2021. It's an estimate, as it must be when you're dealing with agencies. But I'm happy to hear, number one, that they're not at all uncomfortable with us getting involved in the situation and keeping an eye on things and reporting to us like this once a month. So we'll get it earlier next month, and I'll make sure I distribute it to everybody. But I'm happy to be able to show you this fairly detailed status report and we'll all be able to monitor it together from month to month. With that, that's all I have. I will, just one note. That which I'm about to send you has my name on it, but only because Mr. Nagowski sent it to me. Much of this is factual. That is, this is what we've done. Some of it is the redevelopers hope for results. And we don't necessarily share those yet. I haven't had time to do that. And we're not there yet to make decisions about when we would take title, what role we'll play with the various agencies. We don't want to overcommit. So don't assume that I'm on board with every word in here. I'm on board with receiving facts, but together, Mr. Weinstein, myself, and this agency will decide what we want to do on behalf of the agency. So with that said, Josh, thanks for the shot. I appreciate it. I'm glad we're going to be able to get this going.
Hey, Mike,
Yes, sir.
could you ask Josh, I think we should send the report you got also to the borough's lawyer
That's
and
a good
also the
comment.
mayor council.
Yeah, and I think when he says he would request the redevelopment agency to request a faster review, I was going to take it on myself, Mayor, but I'm going to follow that up with that exact suggestion.
Okay,
Because look, two shoulders at the wheel are better than one, and whatever political, push we can get, but also just the idea that there's other people that care instead of a redeveloper. So
yeah,
I'll
because
talk to
the
Howard
state's dragging their feet. They're not giving, they've had meetings, but they won't give a decision.
I think they're a little confused about how to deal with the appraisal process.
Right,
Two different processes if it's their property versus ours. Of course, we don't want to take it just yet, absent the funding of the Tidelands, but we want them to get the benefit of it, us being the ultimate owners.
right. Because
And so-
Thailand's is what's holding them up. They're supposed to have a special meeting.
Yeah.
And I talked to Chuck, and Chuck was supposed to send a letter that the borough was interested in the Thailand's thing,
All right, so I'll get with Mr. Long on that and see if we can't get a couple of us squeaky wheels going and help.
Okay,
him out.
buddy. Okay,
Thanks, Mayor.
okay.
Thanks, Josh.
You got it? You're all set, Mike? Any questions for Mike? All right. Hearing none. That brings us to new business. Just one, the payment of bills. Resolution number 11-038-20, authorizing a resolution of the Bellmawr Redevelopment Agency authorizing payment of outstanding bills.
I make a motion.
Second.
I think I got you there, Mr. Patel. Go through a roll call since it's financial. So, Mr. Patel,
Yes.
Mr. Haggerty,
Yes.
Mr. DeAngelis,
Yes.
Mr. Zaragoza, Jay, you still on there, Jay? Oh, we maybe have a bad connection. All right, Chairman Phillips.
We did not lose a participant.
No. Chairman Phillips?
Yes.
Okay. All right. That's all the new business that I have. That brings us to the public portion. Again, I have a few numbers on here that I don't immediately recognize, so we'll give it a second here. So anybody from the public, have yourselves muted. Now is the time to unmute. And we'll give it a few seconds here. Please speak up if you have a question. All right, nothing. We will close the public portion, and that brings us to an adjournment.
Motion to adjourn. Second.
All right, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. And thanks for coming, everybody, on the phone. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks everybody. Just a note, next month our meeting is on a Tuesday, not a Monday. It's the third Tuesday, December 15th. All right. With
Thank you. Have a good holiday, everybody.
that, thank
Yeah, have a good Thanksgiving,
You as well.
everybody. Take care.
Aye.
Bye-bye.